What is going on, guys? My name is King Caliber and welcome back to another channel update. Now I just wanted to let you guys know that I am getting a new PC very soon, so hopefully I can get Skyrim on there and do some mod videos for you guys. But I also have a daily schedule planned for the future. It might be active in maybe a month or a couple of weeks, I'm not sure, but I have a daily schedule planned, and that's pretty unique on my channel since I only post like once a week. So hopefully this daily schedule works out and I will make a video on it when it releases. So one thing I wanted to talk about in this video today is related to Fallout 4, and specifically one question: is the game over or is it dying? And the reason I asked this question is because Fallout 4's last DLC, Nuka World, is releasing next month in August, and this got me thinking, like, this is the last DLC for the game. Bethesda has decided to make this their last DLC, which is really disappointing for a lot of people, including me, because I thought they were going to go all up until 2017, maybe middle 2017, to stop doing DLCs, but they stopped it when the game was only out for about 8 months, and that's pretty disappointing. And I was thinking, like, is it over? Is the game over? Like, after the DLC, maybe 3 or 4 months after everyone's pretty much played it and played through it. Hopefully it's a good DLC, but after everyone's played through it, is the game pretty much going to be over? I mean, there's going to be updates and fixes for things, but that's about it. And the game didn't really have a long lifetime, in my opinion. And the reason I think they stopped the DLCs so early is so they can work on their new projects with this Starfield rumor as their project, and then hopefully they can start the Elder Scrolls 6 sometime, maybe in early 2017, maybe middle to end 2017 is my estimate that they'll start working on Elder Scrolls 6, maybe start discussing it. But it's just an idea, and that's probably the reason they stopped the DLCs, just so they can work on their other two projects, and simply because they stopped the game's lifetime so early, just because the game was getting a lot of hate. You know, in the beginning, how people were, hating on it for the graphics, because it's a new-gen game, and people didn't really accept the graphics, and now it was the Wasteland Workshop DLCs. There was too many of those, and people were just absolutely driven crazy with how the game was turning out, especially old Fallout fans, because there was a lot of people that didn't even know what Fallout was that were introduced to this game. They probably feel the same way, but old Fallout fans are just absolutely disappointed with this game. And Bethesda probably knows that this isn't their best game for sure, just because of how much hate it actually got and how early they're actually stopping the game. And like I said, this isn't entirely bad for the Bethesda community, just because this will give Bethesda more time to work on their brand new projects, aka being Starfield, and then probably something else along the lines, and then they might start working on Elder Scrolls 6. But this is all we have at the moment with their Starfield rumor, and it was actually recently discovered that Bethesda isn't actually working on Elder Scrolls 6. They're just planning on making it in the future. And Fallout 4, it was a great game overall, but they just stopped the DLCs way too early. I think they should have went at least into a little bit of 2017 and maybe stopped there, but it just stopped way too early, and I would have had a lot more of a better experience with Fallout 4 if they weren't stopping the DLCs so early. And I'm not saying that I'm going to stop Fallout 4 content on this channel. It still will be coming to the channel all the time, but it just got me thinking, like, after this game's last DLC, people are obviously still going to be playing it, of course, because it's just such a beloved game, but is there going to be as many people as there used to be looking up tutorials or anything like that for the game? And a lot of Bethesda YouTubers, if you watch a lot of Bethesda YouTubers, are concerned about this. The last DLC of the game is releasing, and the game, it's just kind of going to lose its popularity, in my opinion, and it's probably going to affect a lot of people's channels that actually make Fallout 4 content, such as myself. The game's going to probably lose its popularity just because of the last DLC, and the game is really just going to be over at that point, and it's just going to lose its popularity, and it's going to probably affect a lot of Bethesda YouTubers. And if you think about Skyrim, for example, that game has been out for about 4 years, going on 5 years now, and there's still small little details in the game that we haven't even discovered, while Fallout 4 hasn't even reached its first year of being out yet, and we've pretty much discovered everything in the game. There really isn't anything else to be discovered, and like I said, with Skyrim, there's probably still little details in the game we haven't even discovered yet. There isn't as many people making tutorials for the game as much as there used to be, but it's still a really big game that people still love today, And this is a really big problem I saw with Fallout 4, just because the game was really big, of course. There was a lot of stuff added into it, and we got to see a lot of things. But the thing is, after you beat the main quest line, it got really boring, and the game really just left you with settlement building, which not a lot of people prefer because they just like playing the game itself. And the reason I'm making this video is because of Fallout 4's last DLC. You know, this game, like I said, is probably going to lose its popularity slightly just because the game is stopping at such a short amount of time of it being out. And this is probably going to affect a lot of YouTubers that do Fallout 4 content, such as myself, because think about it. If the game is going to be stopping so early, do you really think there's going to be as many people looking up tutorials for the game as there used to be? And surprisingly enough, my Fallout 3 and Skyrim videos actually did a lot better than my Fallout 4 videos ever did. Like, my Fallout 4 builds did pretty well, but some of my Fallout 3 and Skyrim videos have over 1,000 views, which is just crazy, and none of my Fallout 4 videos have ever reached that point, and I was really surprised that my videos on older Bethesda games were actually doing way better than my Fallout 4 videos. So yeah, guys, in conclusion, I just wanted to say that I personally think that Fallout 4 isn't going to be nearly as fun as a game as it used to be, just because of Nuka World being its final DLC, and hopefully this DLC is good, because if it isn't, that's just going to be a shame, because we pretty much got only 2 good DLCs out of this game, which would be Automatron and Far Harbor. Some people even think Automatron wasn't that good, so hopefully Bethesda's going to give us a good DLC this round, and make it a good one for the last one. So if you guys did like this video, leave a like and subscribe. Let's try to go for 4 likes on this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.